Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Cancer. If Cancer is your solar, lunar, ascendant/rising sign, then this is a message for you. Okay, let's get started. All right, let's see, what do these tea leaves have to say today? My goodness, we have some beautiful images right off the bat. And so our card for today is the Hierophant. However you say it. I would call it the Hierophant. I don't know. If you are a regular of this channel, you know that I have my own mispronunciations for many things. And, that's just kind of how it goes, I guess. I attribute that to mostly, just learning things on my own from my own reading. And I had no real higher learning. I went to college for a while, but it was more in the arts, and I didn't finish that either. So I'm kind of self-taught. And so sometimes I say things and it's funny because, I'll say a word and then my husband will say it and repeat it, but he'll say it the proper pronunciation. Then I hold firm to my, to my own way of saying things. You can't use the excuse that we're from different parts of the country because we're not. We both are from Northern California. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and start. We have here, it looks like a horse, okay? And then we have a person who is holding, and it looks like a flag with an eye on it, okay? And so, very much we have kind of a night energy here. And I really do feel, with the eye there, and the initiator, one on a quest for knowledge, wisdom, deeper understanding of the mysteries, very much on a spiritual path. Now this horse is going, it is running, okay? You can see its legs are bent. It is off to the races. Now, if we turn it, there's another horse over here, and it is actually just kind of standing here. Okay, so it seems like we've had some movement into a place of really immersed in that magical life, immersed in that spiritual path. Okay, and I think that now here's the thing about any kind of real initiation into the mysteries, into the occult, into spirituality, religion, and so on, religious thinking. So often we look at things when we are at a level of what they call the profane or the layperson, somebody who is, not really devoted to the path. Right? They're kind of on what we would call the outer temple, the outer church, the outer surrounding grades of a system. Okay. And then there is the interior, and this is usually either higher degrees. This is when you become clergy, when you have devoted your life to religious work, spiritual work, and so on. And so this can be something that is a set up. This is part of the grades. It's a set plan, or It could be that you are self-initiated, solitary practitioner, whatever. And then there's probably not a set system, right? You kind of go as you do, right? And so anyways, I feel that you are quite devoted to this path. I feel like this is maybe one of the most important things in your life. This is a priority, definitely. Being awoken to ancient knowledge, being awoken to that celestial, divine inspiration, those spiritual downloads. You are probably somebody who is quite psychic, clairvoyant, had from an early age a calling to magic, to divination. Maybe you started reading tarot cards young, or had a big interest in supernatural things, or whatever it is. It's always been calling to you, really. And I think it's only gotten more and more and more. And I think part of the struggle of life for you is finding a way to incorporate this in your day-to-day living. There's very much a feeling of that outside world and that private life that you have, and we all have that. That's healthy, I think, to some degree, right? Having a private life. But when it feels so compartmentalized, where your private spiritual life doesn't seem very much reflected in your day-to-day, that can be soul-crushing, So I think that you have gotten to a point in your life where these two things mingle more deeply. This has become something that you will not live a life that you have to turn yourself off. You have to, completely cut off that part of yourself. And, anybody who has been on a spiritual path, or you have understandings about the world, and we go out among other people, and you feel like you can't talk about these things, or on the other side of it, you feel like this is all you want to talk about, and the people around you are like, I'm not into conspiracies, I don't care about the occult, I don't know about witchcraft, whatever. It's kind of just grouped into these big lump things for them, and that can be disheartening, right? You can feel quite alienated. So we must find ways to honor our way. Now, if you are somebody who is, social, then it can be terribly isolating if you haven't found your people, right? And if you're looking for that, if you have not found it yet, or maybe you already have and you just, obviously, you go looking for people with common interests, but also you can join a social magical system, esoteric order. There are a lot of things. And with the internet, anything that you're into, really, it's around. You can find it. Now, we're talking about Cancer, though. So I don't know how social you all are, but I do think that there's a lot more bonding within your interior landscape, with your interior work. You have relationships with those beings, those entities, those intelligences that live in your dreams, that live in your, psychic space. animals, plants. I feel you definitely are a person that likes to be with your books, with your imagination, much more than, going to Gnostic mass or something like this, right? So let's take a look. We have a cup. And this one looks like, it reminds me of an incantation bowl. Okay, and so if you don't know what these are, they are bowls that look almost kind of like it looks like a cereal bowl maybe, or maybe like a rice bowl. Okay, and inside of it, there would be magical inscriptions right around the rim, and it would circle down, 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 down. And then into the middle, right in that center spot, there would often be some kind of a painting of maybe a demon or, whatever this incantation had to do with. Often it had to do with binding demons or dispelling demons or, whatever they were doing to these demons to get them out of their lives. And so I see this. I see a person and it feels very much, and I'm trying to think of this, I think it's a picture or a painting, I should say, of some fey creature, maybe a fairy, I don't know, but I can't, in my mind I can think of it, but I'm not exactly sure of the details. Sitting on the edge of this incantation bowl, it could be a scrying bowl too, a reflecting bowl to look into, but I see this magical being. It is kind of on its knee next to it, looking over, and all of these beautiful I almost imagine sparks coming off, and this feeling of a looking into that place of spirit, engaging this other thing, making magic, weaving magic into base reality. Okay. And I think that, as far as what this has to do with you, maybe you're not doing this particular kind of ritual or divination, but I do think that there is a sense of, really being married to your work. And I do believe you are doing some kind of spiritual or magical work in the physical realm. Okay, this could be cleansing, like I said, the binding, scrying, sympathetic magic, folk magic, ceremonial magic, fetish, whatever it is. I mean, there's so many, right? So many things you could be doing. Maybe you are simply leaving a bowl of water at the window. It's all about your intention, but also it doesn't have to be anything too complicated. Now, I really do. I feel like Spirit is really talking. We have a lot of hearts, lots of love. Okay. And so, kind of as I was touching on before about having the outer temple, the interior temple. What does that really mean? Now, on the outer side of a temple, right, or within practice, all of these, religious texts, these stories, mythology, fairy tales, whatever. These are available to most people, at least now in the modern era. The information is freely shared to people. But that doesn't mean that we understand its sacred meanings. That doesn't mean that its sacred meaning is the same to two individuals. It could be quite different from one initiate to another. It is about experience, the configuration of the witness, And, how is this information activated, processed, taken in, transmuted into wisdom? Okay, so everyone is the holder of the secrets of the universe. Everybody knows the secrets, but do they really know? Right? Because it depends on perspective. And so I believe, you are shifting into a deep perspective. I see we have a person sitting here. They have some kind of cloak and hat on. It reminds me very much. There's this band I love. They're called FERPA. And they are a Russian band. And they are practitioners of the Bon religion, which is a Tibetan religion, actually. And their music is beautiful. And if you are interested, their name is FERPA. So, anyways, they sit. And this is kind of, the image we have of a seer, of a magical practitioner, of some kind of shaman, wearing cloaked, right? Sitting on the ground, low to the ground, maybe holding a bowl beneath their cloak, gazing into it, taking in the vapors. Not unlike the Oracle of Delphi. And so I feel that you are time traveling. You are going through, the dimensions. You are that Hierophant, really, that high priest. There's, just an energy of, standing on the rim of things. Not involved, but just there to witness. To partake is to kind of, is to interject yourself into a natural process or a magical process. But you are there to unlock the doorway to get into the room so that you may witness. You're not part of the magic that's happening. You are witnessing it. And so, this is interesting because this will give you insights into what is to come for you. Is that what you're interested in? Telling the future, looking at what is now. Maybe you have completely different interests, just building a deeper interior landscape, communing with the beloved. It's so many different things. We think often of the very basic practices because this is what is in the books that is kind of tantalizing to people, or titillating or whatever. And, these are things like necromancy, love spells, fertility, promoting magical work, lie detecting, glamour. But there's so much beyond that, right? There's so much beyond that. What will you do with your sight to see? What is truly important to you? This is a time of uncovering, once again, your true will. Realigning yourself with this path. Honoring your way. And here we have the sign of time. Okay? It looks like death with the scythe, right? And this is not a sign of death coming, although death is coming for all of us, right? But this is not that. This is a sign of time. This is a reminder You are part of this finite space, the space reality. You are here, manifest, incarnate for a reason. You dwell within a corporeal body because you've chosen to be here. What will you do with this time? What is your work? What is your true will? Are you living on that path? Or are you piddling away your time? Okay, let's see. We have a bird. So we have a message coming. We have a heart again. Lots of love. I think that there's, when you get into these places where you are very focused on the work, this is where your love is. I think that you love to be loved. You love to love romantically. You love your family. You're very loyal, fiercely loyal to your family. But above all other things, you are in love with the way. You are in love with the mystery. You truly wear that patch, that pin, that sub rosa. So look for a message. It's coming through. It is waiting for you. It is. It is. Look to your dreams. All right, let's see. We have the Earthbound Oracle cards. I'm going to go ahead, flip through, stop where it feels just about right. Illuminate. So we have the eye again. And let's see, where will we go? Maybe this one. A gift. Okay, we have a gift. And then life. All right. So we have illuminate, we have gift, and we have life. And I do think, this is not unlike what I just said. Returning to that core place. Why are you here? Why did you choose to incarnate? What is the work you have here? What is the karmic work? Why are you still on the wheel? Why? What? All right, Cancer, I want to say thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. If you'd be so kind as to like the video, it helps us get into the algorithm. And as we know, the algorithm kind of decides everything about everything. And so we like to make it happy with the engagement that it wants. These are things like liking the video, watching the readings from the beginning to the end, sharing the readings on other social media platforms, watching more than one reading, watch your other placements. Heck, watch every video every day. Well, at least maybe one or two a day. I don't know. I would love to have you. I'd love to share that time with you. If you can tell, I'm in a really silly mood. We are just, I don't know. We've had a lot of stuff going on in our family. And it's been difficult, but we are really blessed. We've been together the last couple days. Got to visit with family members we don't get to see a lot. And I'm just reminded how wonderful it is and how blessed I am to have been able to kind of build a chosen family. You know, the world didn't work out for me that I stayed with my family of origin. When I was, 18, I left and I never went back. And, over the years, I've kind of created my own network of people who I love and they love me. And I feel very blessed. And, these last months have been so busy raising the baby and being, married and having a house and a business and all these other things going on that, it's just, it sucks sometimes when it takes, a big kind of tower moment in our life to kind of push us all together. But then I get to be among my people and I feel happy and silly. We still have a lot of hard stuff to face collectively within the family. But we, careful. But Titi, my goodness, she wanted to be a part of the whole thing. But we're really lucky, and I just feel so silly, and it's a little warmer today, so I'm just having fun. Yeah, I'm gonna stop yakking away. And oh yes, if you want to subscribe, please do hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. And please leave a comment if you'd like to. I read them all. They're so important to me. They really, truly, the interactions I have on here have kept me wanting to do these readings. Getting to know some of you has been such a blessing. It is such an honor. And so if you feel inclined to comment there, please do. I read them, and I know other people do too, because I see them, other people liking each other's comments, and I love the support that you all have for one another. It's I want to make this a space that is feels like a community and is uplifting to each other. Okay. Thank you, Cancer. We will talk again real soon. Love you.